I'm Mike Porter with East Coast Yacht Sales, and I'm on board the all-new Axopar 45. I'm here on the first boat. The proto boat is what Axopar is calling it. We're heading out the inlet right now in South Florida and going to take you guys on a short little sea trial review and show you what it's like to be behind the helm of an Axopar 45. So firstly, when I'm behind the helm here, we're coming out to the inlet and just navigating through. There's a lot of traffic here in Fort Lauderdale. The first thing I noticed is for a 45-foot boat, how easy and maneuverable it is. 45 feet sounds like a pretty big boat if you're used to something in the 30 to 35-foot range. But when I'm looking forward, it feels like I'm on an Axopar 37. The added volume of this 45, the majority of it feels like it's behind me when I'm sitting at the helm. So I really don't feel a huge amount of difference in terms of being overwhelmed with the size of the boat. Very, very maneuverable. I'm just, using the steering wheel here in the inlet. We do have the joystick on this as well, so I can navigate tight quarters with that joystick, which I'll show you guys in another video. But really easy to maneuver around, which is great. I'm running the boat all by myself. I don't have any issue. Don't feel like it's too big a boat for me at all, without it being too small either. I mean, we've got all this open space behind us, huge open pilot house, and really looking forward to getting out in the open water. All right, so I am out the inlet. We've got some short, confused seas here, 1 to 2 feet. I'm gonna throttle up here and show you guys how I like to run the boat, both upwind and downwind, and show you how she reacts. So I'm gonna add some throttle here. So now we're at about 19 knots. I'm gonna trim down my trim tabs. And for reference, I'm heading into these short, steep seas upwind, so I want to trim that bow down, let the sharp V entry hull do its job. Boat is shaped like this for a reason. We want that bow cutting through the waves, slicing through as we head into these short, steep seas. Slow us down a little bit, but it'll make the ride a lot more comfortable and solid, as you can see now. All right, so now I'm gonna turn around. We'll give you guys a little fun shot here. So now as I head downwind, I'm going with the seas and the swell. So I wanna trim my trim tabs back up so I don't dig the bow into the waves as I come up. So my controls are really convenient right here on the steering wheel. And you can really feel the boat lighten up. As those trim tabs lighten up, the bow rises a little bit and allows us to kind of float down the waves as we're going with it. So really nice seaworthy motion here as we're heading with the weather. And I'm doing about 26 knots right now. This is what's comfortable in these seas so that I can sort of have a conversation here. I've got the sunroof open. It's a beautiful day, 75 degrees here in Florida. Like I said, the waves are, it is pretty confused out here. And it's all about having a comfortable ride for my passengers and myself. So first thing I want to mention is just how freaking fun this boat is to drive. I'm on a 45-foot boat and I'm doing 28 knots right now and having a conversation with you like we're sitting next to each other in an SUV. And it's just super fun. The boat's really responsive. It's great. I've been driving the 37, 28, and all of the Axopars for a while now. You expect as the boats get bigger for them to get better. But it's still as sporty or sportier than the 37. So this is one of my favorite features of the Axopar, and they've done it again on the 45, is having the boat be able to be completely open. So we've got 2 huge sunroofs here. We've got the 2 big doors that open aft or forward, depending on what you're doing here. And the boat is just so versatile for foul weather. We can close everything up, or excellent evenings like this evening when we can have the boat completely open. I mean, what a great way. If you're gonna buy a boat and be on the water, you know, it's not always nice out, and it's great to be able to be out on the water, enjoying the boat as many days as you possibly can, and not have to worry about, oh, is it gonna rain? Maybe. Is it gonna be cloudy? Is it gonna be cold? Is it gonna be too hot? We can adjust this boat for every single scenario, whether that's closing it up when it's foul weather or opening the whole boat up like you see today. Thank you for watching this video on the Axopar 45. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is right below the video.